Alex Wallace here at Wallace Fitness Center. Today I want to talk about some of the reasons why your back can be hurting while you're doing 3 different ab exercises. We're going to look at the plank, we're going to look at the ab wheel, and we're going to look at the crunch. The first thing you need to understand is kind of how your spine is formed. So that top portion is called your kyphotic curve. The bottom portion is called your lordotic curve, so it kind of looks like an S. If you go too far in that direction or in the opposite direction, that can cause pain. So first I want to show you how it's done traditionally and maybe incorrectly. I'm going to give you some drills on how to fix that, and then I'll show you exactly how to do it correctly. So first I'll show you the plank, what it looks like when people do it wrong. So I'm going to take it down to the floor. When I'm on the floor, and I'm planking, it doesn't matter if it's a high plank or a low plank. What does matter is the position of my back. So if this is you, you probably start a plank, you're thinking about keeping your hips low. It feels totally fine. And then as you start to get tired, you start to realize that you're getting some pain in your back. Your upper back starts to get lazy, your lower back starts to cave in. Now your butt is still low and in the same position, but in relation to your lower back, it's starting to have too much curvature in that lordotic direction. They're doing the ab wheel, they're like, okay, I'm gonna keep my hips up, keep my abs tight. They start to come out, and as they come back, they start to feel a lot of back pain here. The same thing applies. They're coming forward, their butt stays high, their back starts to cave in, and they're getting pain again because they're too far in that lordotic direction. People start doing a crunch, and at the top of that range of motion is where they start to get pain. So they're here, they come up, no pain, no pain, no pain, then there's pain. No pain, and then there's pain, okay? So at the top of a crunch, if you're feeling some pain, this is gonna help you too. Let's go over some drills, 2 drills that are gonna teach you how to activate your abs, take some pressure off your back. So the first one is the easiest one, and that's gonna take place against a wall. When you're standing up against the wall here, you're gonna slide your hand behind your lower back. There's gonna be a natural space there, and that's totally normal when you're up, you're walking around, you're doing your daily activities. But when you're doing the core exercises that we're talking about, specifically the stabilization, I want you to think about eliminating that space here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn your hips down, and you're gonna flex your abs. You do these 2 movements here, that space should be gone. You should not be able to slide your hand in there. Now you should feel a little bit of tension in your abs. You're not lifting anything, you're not stabilizing, you're just activating your abs, you're eliminating that space between your lower back and the wall by turning the hips down, flexing your abs in, okay? Now you're basically in a neutral position. Again, there is a natural curvature to your spine, but if you're starting to have back pain, that's because you're getting lazy with it and you're going too far in that lordotic direction. We'll take it back down to the floor. I'll show you what this looks like in real time. Your forearms are on the ground. I actually do want you to start with your hips a little bit higher, okay? So my hips are up. You're not gonna stay this way. This is just how you're starting. And then from there, you do the same thing you did against the wall. You flex your butt and your abs down. Now it almost looks like you're a little bit rounded, and in a way you kind of are. But I promise you, if you're getting low back pain from this direction, if you put it in neutral position, you're gonna feel it a lot more in your core, you're gonna take a lot of pressure off your back. So that's what I want you to think about doing. You go from the wall, you learn how to eliminate that space, you take it to the floor, and then you can actually hit a plank correctly. Another drill that you can do if you're still not getting it correctly is called the hollow hold. So this is big in gymnastics. And that's basically where you take that same drill we did against the wall and you do it on the floor. This is a lot harder, but it's gonna really drive that point home. So you're laying flat on the ground. Again, there's that natural space. What I want you to do is bring your shoulders up, kick your feet out, and flex your butt. That's also gonna eliminate that space in your low back, and that's gonna allow you to activate your abs. So you do the wall drill, you come to the floor, you're still feeling it in your back, learn how to do an appropriate hollow hold. Guarantee that's gonna eliminate that pain. I like to start in that same position, like I'm up against the wall or like I'm doing the hollow hold. I actually exaggerate that little curve, and then I do the ab wheel here. I think about keeping my hips tucked in, my abs tight. You're gonna have a little bit of a natural unpacking of that neutral position, but that's okay because you're not entering that hyper lordotic position here. So there's a huge difference between this and turning my hips down here and this. Should eliminate a lot of the back pain. We're gonna translate that into the crunch. What will happen with the crunch is that people feel totally fine until the top range of that range of motion. And that's when they start to feel back pain. So I want you to think about, same thing with that wall drill, except instead of holding it, you are naturally allowing that lordotic curve. You're basically relaxing at the bottom and just coming up to neutral. That's it. So what I tell people to do is think about moving from your belly button up. So not sitting all the way up here, putting a lot of, pressure on my lower back where I'm curving too much in the opposite direction. Instead, I'm going from that normal lordotic position to flat. That's it. I tell people you can think about touching your ankles. That's a good range of motion there, and that should take all the pressure off your back. So look guys, if you learned something, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. My name is Alex Wallace, this is Wallace Fitness Center. If you're somewhere near my gym, we have a 24-hour gym, small group training, personal training, sports performance. We have a partnership with a meal prep company. We sell supplements here. And we're opening an HRT clinic January 1st. So again, if you're in my geographical area, somewhere in Westmoreland County, east of Pittsburgh, stop in, talk to us. I'd love to see you in the gym. Again, like it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.